What is media censorship for China?
The Chinese government is, and the Constitution of China allows the freedom of speech and freedom of press, but also the government and in the Constitution there are law that all media and internet users shut down these pages in order for them that do not share state secrets, and also if they attack the government, they are not able to share those topics on their social media.
And why do you think this is caused?
This is caused because they believe that probably our socialist and communist ideology is wrong for them, but actually they cannot attack the government because we should respect our government and our ideology.
And don't you think that banning censorship would increase people's demanding a soon future?
Well, actually what we are trying to do is to increase the government's respect and also to decrease the fake news rates, because we do know that there are many journalists that come to our country to share fake news, but we are completely against that.
Explain us your two main proposals.
Well, we do have the Watchdog initiative that focusing on setting guidelines for every citizen in order for them to be knowledgeable about what words are they allowed and should use on their social media, and obviously what topics they are allowed to talk about their social media in order for them that do not be shut down their medias. And also in this Watchdog initiative, we are including punishments to journalists that share fake news regarding our government and share our state secrets.
And how do you think, how will you establish which one of the journalists is telling fake news?
Well, this is going to be investigated by every country's Court of Justice, not the international. Well, we are looking forward for every country to be independent of that and to establish the right and the correct penal punishment that they think is right.
And finally, with which country would you want to cooperate for making these solutions true?
Well, actually, we are now cooperating with the Russian Federation. We are working together for solving these issues since our ideologies are the same. We do believe that censorship is needed, but also we are working with Djibouti and also with Syria and Iran in order for us to share this issue and to establish our censorship guidance.
Okay, thank you very much. What is media censorship regarding your country's policy?
For our country, media censorship is simply unacceptable. As stated on our constitution, media censorship should not be applied. On our constitution, it's stated that our government cannot apply any law or any kind of regulation towards the media, since people have the access of freedom of speech as a basic right and as stated on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. For that reason, USA does not support media censorship, but does understand why some countries apply it.
And why do you think media censorship is caused?
I believe that media censorship media censorship is caused by the trying of regulation of the population's opinion. So it's normally when governments do not want the population to think of some things that make it controversial or against the country's or beliefs. We do understand that sometimes censorship is applied for other reasons, such as the avoidance of violent acts or of content that should not be available for the public.
Well, that's particular because I don't know if you know about that, but President Donald Trump just tweeted about last Friday they threatened the social media sites for their supposedly censorship of conservative American citizens. So what do you think about that?
Me as a delegate was not informed of by our government by that yet. We are extremely shocked about that, but as stated before, the country will not take any regulations on the media censorship because it would be against the constitution. We do understand that some of our government members are against the media in some aspects, but our government cannot do anything about it because of the constitution, and we totally support it because people have the right to express themselves.
Okay, finally, CNN would like you to express your two main proposals, or your main proposal.
Our main proposal is the Bald Eagle framework, which is based on 3 pillars, as I stated on my opening speech. The first pillar, news, is based on a database called Also News, which basically tracked journalists, of course with their knowledge and consent, because all journalists have the right of privacy. With their knowledge and consent, they will be tracked to be assisted on conflict violent situations or on the possible situations of kidnapping or harm towards them. So that database would be used to track them, and in case it is In case there's a possible danger towards them, our military force, which would be stated on the last pillar, would then be activated to save that journalist's life. Our second pillar, expression, is based on the creation of an organization to protect and help journalists. What does it do? It provides shelter for journalists for a maximum of 2 weeks, because if not, we would not be able to afford it. And for 2 weeks, the journalists are helped and protected and given any medication they would need, and be educated on how to behave on conflict situations such as kidnapping, civil wars, or bombings.
Okay,
And
thank you. Sorry.
The last pillar is liberty, which is, as I mentioned on the first pillar, the creation of a military force to protect journalists. That military force would be composed by the USA Army and the army of other countries that would like to donate that, and it would only act on countries that agree with such or with the authorization of the UNCS, the United Nations Security Council. And it will be basically used to free journalists that are kidnapped or harmed and protect them in conflict-like situations.
Okay, thank you very much.